Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Hey, yes, you are audible.
Okay. Can we wait or? Yes, okay. In today's class, we will discuss about the basic introduction. I mean, like what is language and this type of things. Now, let me tell you what is language. We can just simply say it is a software which provides set of instructions for developing softwares. And it acts as a mediator between user and computer. Mm. For example, if we want to talk, I mean, if we want to talk with the computer, we have to communicate with some language. This language is the mediator. By using this language, we will connect with the computer. But here there is a problem because the human understands only high level language, but the computer understands only low level language. So if we basically high level language means human understandable language. For low level language means binary language. Um, like say binary language is simply made with zeros and ones. For converting high level language to low level language, we can use translator. Translator converts the high level language into low level language. In this, there are two types of translators. Can anyone say what is a translator? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand what is the meaning of translator?
Translator check.
Yeah, it will convert the context into another
Yes.
context.
Use it to convert high level language to low level language. There are many translators, but we mostly use compiler and interpreter. Let me tell you how compiler works. Okay, basically first source program. Um, Source program is nothing but if something write in high level language, that is called source program. Some code written in high level language. It may be Python or Java or anything. It may be like Python, Java, JavaScript, C++, etc. If you see the source program, this program is given to the translator. It converts this code into binary code and then the processor will give the output because processor only understand binary language. So that's why. And next, mm, let me tell you how compiler works. If we give some program to the compiler, it executes all the code and then it will, if there are no errors, it will generate an executable file and gives the output. That means if we give the code, it will first read all the code and then verify syntax and translate and then store. If there are errors, it don't generate any code. It just display the errors. If there are no errors, it will execute the code and give it to the processor for output. On the other hand, if we see the interpreter, it will execute the code line by line. That means it will first read, fetch, and verify the syntax of first line, and then translate and execute it. After executing the first line, it will then read and repeat the same process for the second line, and then third line. If there is error in between, for example, if there is an error in line 3, it stops execution from line 3 and display the error. If the problem in the interpreter is uh, the, okay. The problem with the interpreter is if there is an error, it stops its execution. So debugging is tough while using interpreter. And compiler is comparatively faster in execution. It will execute line by line and then print the output. For example, if we take um, a program, I'm just simply taking an example program. I will explain it later. But and I'm just using print. You just think that print is used to output the data, and I will explain it later. And I am using again print. And in next print, I am writing wrong. I mean, I am writing wrong spelling. Now I will run the program, like see the output. Now see, it executed first line, it executed second line, but there is an error in third line. So it displays an error, syntax or a name error. And now that's why it stops executing the next line also. But in this is interpreter. But in if we see compiler, it will execute all code and create executable file. Mm. It is used to execute all lines at a time. It displays all errors, I mean, all the errors after executing. And then, if there are no errors, it will create an executable file. If there is an error, it doesn't create any executable file. And next, interpreter. As we seen earlier, that interpreter is executes the program line by line. That is line by line execution of code. If an error comes, it will stops the. I mean, it will stop working on it and display error. That means it will display error on one. It display one error at a time. So it is complex to debug. That means hard to debug. Are you understanding? Uh, hello.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. And next, let me tell you what is the history of Python and when it is created. Python was started in early 1980s by Van Rosen, and it is the successor of ABC programming language. And it is developed using C program. This takes the features of many programming languages. And this name is taken from the comedy series named Monty's Python Flying Circus. In Python, majorly we have three versions. Majorly we have three versions in Python. The first version is Python 1, Python 2, and Python 3. And these are not compatible. There is no compatibility between major versions, but we also have minor versions like Python 1.1. And one more thing, we are not using Python 1.2 in present software industry, just we are using Python 3. We have minor versions like Python 1.1, 1.2, etc. And in Python 2, I mean 2.1, 2.2, etc. And 3.1, 3.2, so on. 3.1, 3.1, I think. And then now let me tell you how to install Python. For installing Python, we can go to a website called python.org. I'm just pasting the link in the comment box and just go to downloads and click on this one. Download first. If your system is Mac, then you will get for Windows and click on this. Then the file will download. Does anyone, uh, I mean, anyone already installed Python in your system or no? Can you please share the
Yeah.
screen?
I won't be able to share. I'm at work.
Yes. Uh, I'm asking who don't have Python, just someone share the screen. If not pre-installed, please raise your hand. Anyone who are willing to share. Okay. Because I have already downloaded Python in my system, that's why I'm asking. No problem, I will show in the PPT. After downloading, just double click on it and press next. It will come to this page. Just um, check these two boxes. Use admin privileges and path, Python path, and then install now. After installation, you can use it. After installation, you can open command prompt and check for Python hyphen version. It will display like this. If it is displayed like this, then Python is installed in your system successfully. And then next, uh, I will show you how Python is already comes with a inbuilt code editor that is IDLE. We can call IDLE like integrated development learning environment. Just search IDLE and open this. And this mode we are seeing is called interactive mode. We will use this mode for learning purpose. And if we want to do only code 2 lines and 3 lines, we can use this. For example, if we want to know 2 plus 3 and like this, or print hello, or we can do some mathematical operations like import math dot factorial of 5. It is displaying. And we have many libraries like math we can import and use. I will discuss it later. Just I am displaying these for understanding purpose. And then I already said you this is the interactive mode. And for programming or coding mode, we have to select file, new file, or we can simply press N, Control N. If you want to write more lines of code, like let's say I'm using for loop, for rain, rain. Mhm. writing like A equal to 45 and for I in green. Don't think this too much. I'm just trying to explain you what will be done. I mean, if we want to write big programs, we will use this programming or coding mode. That's it. And and let me tell you what are the features of Python. Features are nothing but used to provide some facilities by software. And the first feature of Python is it is easy to use and simple. I mean, easy or simple, anything we can say. Uh, in Python, we are simply printing print hello or print hi like this. But in many programming languages, we have to write at least 3 lines of code for printing. So this is simple to write, or I mean, simple to code. And next, it is free and open source. It is freely available. And next, it has large standard libraries. Large standard libraries means we have PyPI, where we can access all the libraries of Python. Let me show you the website. PyPI. Here we will get all the packages related to. If we want something we can use from by seeing this, we will select the required thing. And if we want something like DRF, we can simply copy this one and paste, I mean, and execute this one. That will add this package into our system. And one more thing, here there is a pip, right? That pip stands for package installer for Python. And next it is platform independent. Platform independent means same thing works on all the operating systems. It works on Windows, Mac, Linux, etc. Even if you write code on Windows, it will work on all. Or if you even write on Mac, it will work on all softwares. Let's see. First, the source program. If we write source program, we will give the extension as .py, and the compiler converts this program code into bytecode, not binary code. And next, Python virtual machine will convert this bytecode into binary code. So the same code will, if we want to use in other operating system, this bytecode will uh, use it. I mean, same bytecode will executed by the PVM of that operating system, and it will execute easily. For example, If we write some Python code, it will given to the compiler. That means first compiler will execute the code and convert the code into binary language. Sorry, bytecode. And that bytecode is given to the PVM. PVM is simply called as Python virtual machine. Python virtual machine converts it into binary code. So it is executed um, or it will display execute in any operating system. Simply Python virtual machine is the interpreter. In Python, we use both compiler and interpreter. And it is high-level programming language. As we seen earlier, high-level programming language means human understandable language. It is also portable, and it is extensible, robust, etc. Mm. And next, let me show you other diagram. Uh, If we give source code to the Python library, I mean, to the compiler will convert it into bytecode, and it is given to the Python virtual machine, and it will convert that code into binary code. And now PVM. We have seen in this diagram, right? PVM is responsible for converting bytecode to binary code. PVM stands for Python virtual machine. It is a type of translator, or like say it is an interpreter. Use it to convert bytecode to binary code. Here, bytecode is the mid-level code. It is not completely understandable by the human and not completely understood by the computer. Do you have any doubts till now? Any questions or do you understand the topic? Okay. And and next, Earlier I said library, right? Now I will tell you what is the meaning of library. Library is predefined code which is used to add functionality. Functionality to our code. Or we can say predefined or pre-built anything. We can use it in our code. Let's see an example of library. Math is also an example of library. We have other example called calendar. Calendar dot month of any year comma month 64. It is displaying the year, but not in the right way. So I'm using programming mode. Import calendar, print calendar dot month of 2025, comma 4. Hmm. Here I write this wrong spelling. Hmm. Hmm. Yes, it is displaying the month. In the same way, we have multiple libraries in Python. And we also have frameworks in Python. Whereas frameworks are completely built up structures. In Python, we have frameworks like Django, Flask, and basically framework is build up structure. We don't need much modifications to use it, or we don't make much modifications in it. And now let me tell you what are the tokens involved in Python. We can say tokens are smallest individuals of program, but it program cannot be created using without tokens. In Python, there are tokens like keywords, identifiers, literals, data types, and operators. Now let me tell you what are the keywords. First, let me show you how what are the keywords and how to see them. For keywords, we just import keywords. I'm sorry, it's keyword, not keywords. I'll reopen the IDLE. Import keyword, keyword.kw list. These are the keywords. We don't use keywords for, I mean, these are reserved keywords. We don't use for writing variables, and so we can't use this for user-defined things. If you want to know how many keywords are existing in this, you can simply use len function, len of keywords, keyword.kw list. Here we have 35 keywords. Depends on the version. The keywords may be vary from 35 or 36. Keywords are reserved words, and they are reserved for specific operations only. And now let me tell you what is the identifier. And I forgot one more thing. There are soft keywords too. Uh, we can add, these are soft keywords. We can also use these with user-defined functions and also use as keywords. And next, basically identifiers define the programming elements or use it to identify the programming elements. The first type of identifiers are variable names. And next, function names. And next, data type names. And next, programming names or module names. Next, package names. This comes under identifiers. Now let me tell you what is a variable name. If we say a equal to 10, Here A is a variable. We can use letters, underscore, and numbers while defining variable name. We can use A1 equal to 15. That is fine. But you didn't start with a number. Never start a variable with a number because it is a syntax error. You can either start with underscore or you can use a letter at first, but never start with a number. And variables can accept only, I mean, variables can accept only one special symbol, that is underscore. If we try to use any other special symbol, it will again display an error. Invalid syntax. Variable names consist of letters from it. And Python is case sensitive language. Uh, if we say a small a equal to 10 and capital A equal to 20, if we print small a, it will display 10. Capital A, it will display 20. Because Python will can differentiate between the capital A and small a. It consists of small a to small z and capital A to capital Z, and also use 0 to 9 numbers and underscore. Other than this, we don't use any special characters or anything, but cannot start, I mean, variable name, we cannot start a variable name using number. And next, function names. And these are this will apply to all these, but uh, when we are defining a function, we will use def keyword, def function name. Like say demo, print, uh, and now I'm calling demo. It is displaying. We can also use numbers and underscore, but we don't usually prefer underscore for function names and class names. And there is one concept called naming. Oh, I forget to show you an error. We also didn't use spaces in between when defining variables. If we say A1 equal to 10, it's fine. But A space 1, if we oh, A space 1 equal to 10, it will give us an error because space is also not accepted in variables. And our next topic is naming conventions. In naming conventions, we have three types. First is camel case, And next one is snake case. And the third one is Pascal case. Snake case is most used for variable defining a variable names. Let me show you with an example. We can use snake case during variable names. We can start with a word. If there is a gap, we can use underscore. For example, first underscore number like that. And camel case is used to define functions. The first letter will be small, and from second word, the first letter is capital. And Pascal case is mostly used to define classes. Even I mean, starting letter of each word should be capital. These are mostly used for variable names. And camel case is used for function names. And Pascal case is used for class names. And now we are stopping here. Actually, our time is out. Do you have any doubts? Please feel free to ask. I mean, if you have any doubt in this topic I have explained. Are you there? Arsala, Sharon. Hello.
No doubt till now.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Okay, can we end the session?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And one more thing. Uh, Today we discussed theory part, right? This course is not completely theory, but for just basics, we are telling the theory. For one or two classes, we will discuss theory and then we will start practicals. And practicals,
Okay.
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 Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.